Now we'll open our Nanqing for today, and we have Honorable Ambassador Branstad. I want to my son Han Yan to introduce our ambassador.
Hello everyone, my name is Han Yan and I would like to welcome everyone to the Iowa-China Business Forum and the U.S.-China Education Forum. What a great and humbling opportunity we all have here to interact, participate, and learn from such important individuals. I would like to say a big thank you to Terry Branstad, Stephen Churchill, Scott Pozil, Edward Gerlich, Nancy Chen, Robert Harland, and Mark Ford for making the trip out to the beautiful West End Hotel here in Beijing. There is one very special individual here we came to see. For those of you who don't know, Ambassador Branstad, born in Leyland, Iowa, began his political career as a member of the Iowa House of Representatives from 1973 to 1979. He then served as the 39th governor of Iowa from 1983 to 1999, 16 years. After this 16-year term, he decided to take a different route of work and began his term as president of Des Moines University, which is known for its great medical school, for 6 years. Ambassador Branstad is the longest tenured governor in American history, an outstanding accomplishment. With such an amazing track record, a great relationship with Xi Jinping, and being one of the most towering figures in Republican politics, it's clear why he was and is the ideal figure for the U.S. Ambassador to China. Please join me in giving a warm welcome to the Ambassador Branstad.
Well, thank you all very much. And I want to give all of you a very warm welcome to Beijing. It's an honor to be the American ambassador to China, and especially to see so many friends from Iowa come to visit. As you know, we've had a long-standing relationship with China going back to my very first year as governor. In 1983, when I signed a sister state agreement with Zhang Shuguang, the governor of Hebei province. And yesterday, I was at the fourth forum of the U.S. governors and Chinese provincial governors with Madam Li, and we were in Chengdu. And I'm the only one that's been to all four of those forums. I went to 3 of them as governor and this one as ambassador. But we continue to work to try to build the relationship between these two very big and important countries. You know, the United States and China have the 2 largest economies in the world. This is the most important bilateral relationship in the world, and we have some very important issues that we're working together to try to resolve. One is, of course, the threat, the nuclear and ballistic missile threat from North Korea, and we're hopeful, because of the cooperation and help of China with the UN Security Council resolutions and enforcing the sanctions, that there is a real possibility as a result of the upcoming summit in Singapore that there can be a denuclearization of the Korean Peninsula, which would be good for the safety and peace and well-being of everybody. The other is, of course, some of the trade friction between our 2 countries. We are 2 big economies, and there is a significant trade deficit, and we've had a number of meetings here recently, and if I understand an agreement was, or at least a framework for an agreement was agreed upon last week, and there's still a lot of details to be worked out, and we're anticipating a high-level delegation from Washington coming to China. So there's a lot going on. we're hopeful that that agreement can be resolved in a way that will be a benefit to both the United States and China, and to jobs, and to increasing exports of agricultural and other products, and reduce some of the inequities and some of the barriers that exist in the trade relationship. The other area we've been working on is there's a dangerous precursors to called fentanyl, which is a drug that has caused a lot of deaths in the United States, and we're working closely with the Chinese authorities to, and we have seen a couple more of those precursors made controlled substances, and we're hopeful that we can make more progress in that, because that is something that's important to the safety and well-being of our people. So I just again want to say thank you all for coming. Swallow Yan has taken more pictures of me than anybody else in the whole world. And of course, the ones that are in that book are just a small portion of the pictures. Not all of them, I guess, were taken by Swallow, but many have been. And I've had the honor of meeting many Chinese students that have come to study at the colleges and universities in Iowa. And even some students volunteered and helped in my campaigns in 2010 and 2014. So I'm proud to be an old friend of President Xi Jinping, and also to be a good friend and a strong supporter of President Trump. And I know the chemistry between the two leaders is good, and I hope that will lead to even better relations between these two very important countries. So thank you for your part, and thank you for being here and for inviting me to join you for this special occasion. Thank you.
Thank you, Ambassador, and we will allow Ambassador to have lunch. And in the meantime, we will ask our delegation members to introduce their China business experience. So Gerald will talk about 3 hours.
I'm Gerald Young from Iowa. I started a business of barbecue sauce that's very healthy with all natural ingredients. This is my second year to China. My first year I was here at the Business Expo, and it was outstanding. I really enjoy the hospitality that you guys has given me, and to continue on with a great relationship with you guys. So I'm back again to work with you guys, as well as distributors, for you guys to have a healthy product out of Iowa, the United States. Thank you.
Next, we want to introduce Johnny Crown, and he is a friend of the Ambassador family, and has been his first time to China.
Thank you, everyone, for having me to your wonderful country. Ambassador Branstad just hit on a key note that hits close to my heart with the fentanyl issue. And I had lost several friends to opiate addiction, and in the United States that got caught up with drugs that ended up killing them. And I happen to be involved with a public company. My father is actually the CEO of a company called Spotlight Innovation. We've developed a product called Venadol. And Venadol is a topical analgesic that is non-opiate, non-addictive, non-narcotic, and non-steroidal. The University of Iowa and Learfield has backed it as well. Logistical companies, Teamsters, unions, because it's non-narcotic, it does have applications in a military sense as well. I'd like to, of course, get it in the FAA as well. But to commercialize it over here as well, I currently have it on Amazon and Walmart.com in the e-commerce sectors. But we also, Spotlight also works with Harvard University, Indiana University, in developing protein stabilizers for spinal muscular atrophy. And we've got a license agreement with Florida State University as well, dealing with Zika virus and flavivirus compounds as well. We've also got a preclinical in France, dealing with crotoxin and myoblastomas, injecting tumors into stage 4 cancer patients. I'm currently, this is publicly traded, and I do have a raise currently going, and I'm about halfway into it. But I'm open to investors and potential toll manufacturing, and to save, of course, on logistical expense coming across the pond. But most importantly, it's for the health and happiness, not only for people in the United States, but for our friends in China as well, which I think is very important, and addiction is an issue and it should be addressed. And thank you so much.
Hello, my name is William Jacobson, and I'm here representing our family company called the Jacobson Holds Corporation. We have a company in very innovative products in the seed drying production seed. China has been a wonderful experience. We've been around the world with our products around the world, and I'd say Chinese are some of the nicest and most warm people that we've ever met. We are very interested in bringing our innovation to this country and helping with things such as seed quality and providing reassurance that we can have a competitive market in agriculture here in China as well. Again, we've been very blessed, very honored to be here in the presence of the ambassador, and very big thanks to 10 Square for bringing us here. Thank you very much.
Well, I'm Charles Jacobson. I'm Willie's younger brother with Jacobson Holds Corporation in seed drying, and we've been involved with all major companies, Pioneer, Syngenta, Monsanto, and so, you know, from Des Moines, we've been involved with Terry Branstad in Iowa, and just like to say we love this country. This is our first time to China, and we are very, very glad to be here. And we've had some great hospitality from some great friends from different places, and we're very glad to be here. And we just thank you, everybody, for your hospitality. Thank you.
We also have business people from Wisconsin, and Dr. Jiang is working for Ginseng Farm in the last 8 years, and he come here to join the delegation to talk about his ginseng business and promote U.S.-China trade.
Thank you, Swallow. It's a pleasure to meet the Honorable Ambassador and all the staff from the U.S. Embassy. As you know, the first ambassador to China, 1774, on board Empress of China, 30 tons of American ginseng. So ginseng has served the goodwill ambassador from U.S. China. Marathon ginseng, we have been exporting to this country since 2012. We are in the process of opening up a U.S. products pavilion at Beijing Free Trade Zone, scheduled to open this weekend. We'll be so happy to invite the staff from the embassy. Thank you, Ambassador, and thank you, everybody. Ginseng makes America great again.